Hi everyone, my name is Tebza Muraka from Opulence FX. I would like to share this time our analysis and my view on how low can the price of Brent crude oil go. You have all witnessed on how the price has plummeted amazingly so from the 70s, 80s levels. We are now talking 29 down $30 right now. Since I think the past 2 weeks has not been very good one out of as we hear on the news about what happened between Russia and Saudi Arabia, not agreeing there on how the production should and the quota should be going like. So besides that, that's where we sit. The fact is that right now the price of Brent crude oil is trading at $30 per barrel. Who could have thought? It is the same levels where the price of oil, as you can see on the chart, was in 2016 in January. This is March 2020. It is a 4-year cycle. There we are back again to the $30 levels. Last time we were here, the buyers were able to be excited about this price levels. I was amongst them. We bought this. I went out just at this level before it can make this shoulder and before it can come out. So I did not take it up to the $90 levels. I was pretty skeptical about that, but it really pushed up. There we went. It went up to the 90 levels, and then from there the fall was much easier, or as equal as the fall was just as equal as the rise there. So there we are. We just witnessed the fall right now for the year 2020. There is the retracement after the sell-off, and this one was the classical sell, causing a gap somewhere there around between $50, gapping the $50 support, and there it is within 2 weeks reaching the $30, just about a loss of $20 per barrel in a matter of few days, or just in less than a month. Unprecedented indeed. That's the gap that it has formed. How low can it go? I think that's the question. According to our analysis, when I use field expansions, one of my favorite tools to use to target, to just see how far the price can go after breaking key levels, I've used the field expansion when I use this point as an A, or as the point at which the sell-off started around those levels. So that's my A in that case. I've got a very nice, that's my B, which is around the $50 level. And I've got a very good C exactly on the fib zone. It's a very easy market in this one. We knew that this price, I knew that if it can break that C, the $30 level was possible. It is now at $30, but it is not done according to me. I think it can go very low. Why? Because according to this chart, it definitely shows that when the oil breaks its lowest low, it would go some few pips down. You know, it does not just bounce back out its pivots. You know, it just go further slightly down. And I'm hoping, and I'm definitely expecting the same about this. But how I'm expecting the same will happen on this setup. But how will it happen? So as I've said, we've got a sell-off of 1, 2. I think it could find 3 there. I definitely think that from these levels, which is the 161.5 expansion levels, the pivot at $30, find support of 2016. I believe that in this case now, the price of oil could just pull back and do some recovery. It's going to excite a lot of people there. It may not make some other happy when it reaches the $50 level again. I think it's going to be getting lots of sellers when this downward gap is closed. It now is treated as a supply zone. I think there's going to be a lot of sellers there who can sell it back, whether you like it or not. I am contemplating that the price of Brent crude oil could be somewhere around $14, $15 per barrel to complete this bearish trend or this sell-off. There, I think we're going to be finding lots and lots of buyers. My analysis and my predictions suggest that by this time, the crisis of the coronavirus and the fundamentals of this, the geopolitics around the coronavirus would have subsided. I believe by the time, I think fear would have left the market. I think that the VIX index could also be coming down slightly. Sanity would have come into the stock market. China would have recovered or would be ready to recover. In that case, the demand for oil could be coming around $15 and the price could be pushed right up to the $60 level. I don't think that it can go any further than this for now, and we might be seeing some form of consolidation there. And if the price of Brent crude oil can break in this season the $60 level, we are definitely going to be bullish, I can tell you. But as long as they can keep the $60 level resistance, we will still keep being bearish there, meaning that the price of Brent crude oil could be trading between $60 and $15, perhaps for the foreseeable future, if these trend lines or if these key levels aren't broken by the fundamentals. The reason why I'm saying so is that the US is strongly opposing the strong Brent crude prices, and I think they could do anything. They have been stocking too much oil themselves during the low prices. I think they will still do. I think I definitely believe that amongst the big buyers of the Brent crude oil will be the US, around $15. There will be too much of them when the reserves are growing and the price is also going around $50 per barrel. I think the majority of them would be prepared to sell cheap. I think about that. If you've gotten a price of $15 per barrel and you hear that it's $60, would you not want to sell more? Of course you will. Profit is going to be big. And that level, therefore, I see as a very big resistance level, which I think it could be used by those who don't want the price of oil to be going up. They will buy the $15.30. They will buy lots of oil around the $15 to $30 dollars per barrel, and I think then they may want to sell those crude oil or sell from their reserve when it comes around 60 level. So this is going to be according to me, this is going to be a very big resistance level now around 60, and this is going to be a very good support levels. I don't see for now the price of Brent crude oil going below $15 because it's going to go below 10. I don't see that happening in an economy that should be more vibrant. So that's according to me. What will support this analysis from the point of correlation? This analysis is well supported by the price of the by USDCAD. This is the chart that I have on the USDCAD front. This is the weekly chart of the USDCAD. I've been monitoring this for the past. This setup I've been having it for, if not more than 4, that could be 5 years. Let me just show you how it looks like. This is how it looks like right there. You're looking at the bullish, of course, we're looking at the bullish dollar there, clearly bullish, no doubt about that. But this bullish, I think it could enter the final zone. Right now, we are at let me just again make it just slightly bigger for you so that you can see this very, very clearly. As it stands right now, according to me, the dollar has reached the resistance and the oil has reached the support. Remember the support of $30. And if that's the case, I believe that this resistance of USDCAD of this channel is the one that could introduce the price that could cause the price of the Brent crude oil to go up to $50, meaning that the price of the dollar against the CAD would be dropping, or the CAD will be strengthening slightly against, or as we call it, it's a pullback. I believe the dollar will be pulling back, could be pulling back from these levels, very, very clear resistance level, back to the 1.35 levels. There, it's going to be pushing up again, and I think it has got the potential of even pushing very high. That is where the big fall coming from the oil, from the $50 back to the $15. What could cause that? The reason why the oil could go to the $15 per barrel would be only if the USDCAD could push. The only thing that could make sense for me is if the USDCAD would be able to push these levels to the next level. And again, as you can see, again, when USDCAD breaks its resistance, it moves from that resistance. It breaks. It moves. Previously, it did move just about 1,700 pips. So we're expecting that if it can break this current resistance, it's going to move another 1,600 pips, 1.5, 1.7 pips across to go up to 1.63. So basically, it looks pretty much like this. There is the USD, breaks this point, come back to this point. If it breaks it again, it goes to that point. So keeping this gap as the breakout levels after breaking out using this gap. So in this case, that will be a very nice ABCD there, stopping there. But before it does that, it, according to me, it should definitely be pulling back to these levels, find support again, and then it can jump nicely into that point. The movement to the 1.63, the rally to the 1.63 is the one that could be causing oil to be bouncing from the $50 level going to the $15 level. Basically, it's something that is represented like this. The Brent crude oil will be finding resistance at 50 when this guy finds support here. And in that case, then from there, that movement the movement could then find the price going to 15, and that's going to be this move. The movement from here, from this support up to that resistance is the one that could see the Brent crude oil moving from $50 up to the lowest $50. Once we do that, then from there, this is the oil and this is the USDCAD. In this case, we expect the USDCAD to be falling right from that point. I believe that this channel could definitely be redundant. This support, I don't think it can be strong enough. I'm expecting the USDCAD to be going around 1.63 before we can see a very serious sell of the dollar against the CAD. I think that the dollar weakness against the CAD will be following slightly the dollar index. The dollar index by the time could have fallen, as I've shown you. I have already shared with you this chart where the dollar index looks like it has found some form of resistance. And I think that if it finds this kind of resistance that I've shown you, it could be chopping there. As it chops there, the USDCAD is enjoying a bullish movement. But as soon as this breaks, I think the breakout of this channel is going to be the one that can cause that USDCAD to drop from that high level to drop to the downside. That's going to be the general weakness of the dollar. And that can now pose a very good balance now in terms of correlation in the market. The weak dollar could then cause the stronger gold and possibly make a recovery of prices of Brent crude oil. So those who are interested in looking at those levels, for me, those are the levels that I'm looking at the moment. I'm looking at the lowest level of Brent crude oil around $15 to buy those levels, to go to the $60 levels, and I'm also looking at those